even there. Time doesn't exist. They're in the zone. Sports.
I was just listening to Matt from Quantum of Conscience, and one of the few times I disagree with the guy. But that's another story for another day. It's New Year's Eve in New York City. Oh, you are appreciated for tuning in to the Big Elvis, the Chef Rosenberg channel. And in this channel, we do a lot of driving. And what we also do is a lot of deep diving. Admit it, you've been hearing that word a lot in the last couple of months. Deep diving is everywhere. Why is everyone saying the word deep diving? Why are you hearing this so much? I would argue it's because consciousness. We're all connected to some degree. Let me let you see my city. Boom. So by us being so connected, we all are saying and doing most of the same things. So on this channel, we take some deep dives, some thought experiments, and thinking outside of the box. And what else? I guess opening our minds to the possibilities. What possibilities dare I do say or ask? I would say the possibilities that we are possibly living in some sort of a simulation. One in which we're not allowed to press any levers or pull any strings, but one in which we can control our reality. You can kind of write your own script. You know, we're given this script from birth, possibly. Is it a real birth? Is it an actual birth? Or is it truly air that I'm breathing right now? Is this a script? I would say yes. And I would say there are not many scripts out there. Very few scripts. We're all doing the same thing. We're not too unique. There are a few unique ones, you know, there are a few standouts in the crowd. But that's still the standout in his level or her level on their tier. What tier are you on? You know, it's like, you know, what floor of the building you're on. Yeah, you're in the same building. And possibly we're all reading from scripts, but, you know, there's somebody living in the penthouse and there's someone living in the basement. Is it the script that puts them there? I would argue yes. And choice does put you there as well, but that choice is what people need to understand that they truly have. Most people don't get that choice is really your life. You are choosing and you're picking and choosing the life you really want in that script. But what you're not aware of that is you can change the script at any time and rewrite it to your liking. And a lot of that is understanding that you truly have the power. You truly are making choices. There's never a situation where you are choiceless, where you will tell a person, I had no choice. What was I supposed to do? I had no choice. That's not real. There's always a choice. And when you realize that, your life will be pretty amazing. Or maybe you just put the Mossberg in your mouth and do the Lord's work. Depending on where your mind is. Rob Lowe 2000, what's popping? 6th Avenue, yes we are. Morpheus. Do you think that's air you're breathing? Exactly. I plagiarized that. I definitely did. It's so real. Is this air that I'm breathing? Because I would argue this is the same exact air that fuels the jet engines. What is my proof that planes are using air as energy and not using fuel in their wings, in their paper thin wings, where you can take a fist and punch a hole through most of a plane? No, I don't know if that's true, but you can definitely take a screwdriver and puncture a plane. And they're very, very thin. They're like paper thin. The metals and all the welds and all that kind of stuff, they're like, well, the welds are pretty interesting. They have a, if you only need 10 welds on a plane, that'll be 60. And if you wanted to become, let's just say this, if you wanted to become a mechanic that worked on planes, there are different mechanics, different levels to mechanics. And in order to work on the airlines, the major airlines planes, you need a totally separate, like you can work on those G5s and all that kind of stuff, like the small jets. You can work on G5s, you can work on, propeller planes and all this kind of stuff. You have a certain license. But, let me ask this guy. How you doing? Am I going to be able to make a left on 42nd? No. They got it blocked.
Make a left, I would make it here.
Make it here, right?
Yeah. Or where you going to?
Well, I'm going to town to 50-something, but I'm live, and I wanted to show what Times Square looked like before.
I tried to drive down, and it was shut down.
All right. Should I name drop you?
But,
you're not going to get me far, right?
No. You know what? I don't know if you want to go straight and try to come back down. I just know it was cut off coming over.
Okay. So maybe I'll turn here and go to 8th and turn on 8th.
Good luck, man. Happy New Year.
All right, yo, thank you. Appreciate your service. Oh, and don't forget, foreign and domestic. That domestic part is there for a reason.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely, I respect that you said that. Thank you, man.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right. No, I'm gonna go straight. Why take a chance? I don't have all this kind of time over here. I got places to go, people to see. Just trying to be me. All right. This is Bryant Park to the right. And to the left is Times Square. Yeah, they got Times Square totally blocked. Okay, so we were speaking about consciousness, then we were speaking about choice, and how just understanding that you do have a choice is one of the most truly awakening experiences you can have. You know how everybody's so woke. If they understand that every move they make is a choice, you know, and that right there is not enough though to it's a start opening your mind to the realities that you can actually rewrite your script, one that's possibly given to you at birth. And exactly what is birth? If we're in a simulation, I would argue that our concept of simulation is not necessarily what we're in. Our concept of a simulation is just to kind of outline where we're possibly at in this reality, because we are possibly can't even comprehend what we're in. So using the words like simulation, don't be so quick to poo-poo it, because it's just a way of trying to say, yo, I'm trying to be different or whatever have you. So let me think. You know, so this whole reality that we're possibly in, where we find ourselves full of so many choices, and this reality that we're in, where we find ourselves rewriting this script of ours, you know, and I think that words that we write down is all part of this reality that are like spells to some degree. And is it a hocus pocus spell where you have some sort of a person creating some sort of witchcraft? I would argue that the witchcraft is just the way our eyes and our brains can understand that these are just commands. They're possibly commands that are being pressed and pushed on us and on our reality. And these commands are computer generated. They appear to be like spells. So when you write down your ideas and you write down the script and the reality that you truly want, you're writing commands to your reality. You're actually changing your script. Your script is being formulated through your hands by writing it down, and having, like, people have those boards where they put up a wish board or something to that effect. I don't really remember what it's called, but I know that I've once put a check on my refrigerator, and I looked at that check every day, and it was like, I think it was like $100,000. And I don't really remember what happened with that. Maybe the check eventually fell off of the fridge and got swept up. I don't really remember what happened with the fridge, with the check on the fridge. But I remember that was that whole Oprah Winfrey pushing that, you know, The Secret. So it was The Secret that was going on. Anyway, you kind of get the idea. So this is a work in progress. I have no proof. You know, like when I was talking about the planes, you have to get the light that's necessary to work on the planes that are flying in the air. It will blow your mind. You will be like, no, that's not real. You're telling me that I can work on these jets and this and this and this, but cannot work on this, and in order for me to work on that, it's like basically my idea is that in order to work on these engines that last forever, you need to be able to basically sign your life away, saying that you'll never tell the truth, that they take air and they compress it, and they use all these fans that have these different compartments, and they all compress air, and they create these little mini explosions just the way a spark plug creates, the battery creates a spark in your engine that explodes, and your pistons are being pushed up and down. You got an up and down motion of force that's created by the battery hitting the tip of the spark plug, and that little bit of spark actually lights the fuel in your engine on fire. That your engine absolutely is having an explosion. We're talking about 45 explosions a second. This piston is being pushed up and down, boom, 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 and it's just the most amazing thing to see an engine and how it works. A combustion engine. Well, that electricity that you're using from the battery to the spark plug, and the fuel hits that spark and explodes and pushes a piece of metal up and down, and then there's this thing called the crankshaft, and that thing moves. And next thing you know, you got a 3,000-pound car moving forward. The same exact thing is happening in a plane, in their engines, but it's not using any battery power to ignite gasoline. It's creating a spark from pressing air, and this explosion of the pressing of the air is right. I'm about to find some parking. I'll be here for the next 2 hours. I'm cooking dinner for a party of 4. And I will be parking as soon as this car in front of me moves. You are appreciated. I hope I gave you something to think about. I want you to know that you're everything to me. And I'm distracted. Let me see. These are my old glasses, so I gotta take them off to read. Hey, Vincent. Yo, what's up, dude? Ramjet and a Screenjet use just bar after supersonic. I know nothing of what that means. I have to look that up. But thanks, Vincent. Yo, I checked out that I checked out a few things that you sent me, and you are appreciated. So Happy New Year! Maybe I'll hit you back up when I leave here. New York, a town that used to be popping. New York, a little sad. But this has happened before. I was telling LJ, all right, it's 4 o'clock. I gotta go. I don't want to be late. You are appreciated. I gotta go. Sorry. Boom.